nachos, amigos, and welcome back to Hallyujuku once again. I know you missed us. We were gone for a couple weeks. We call it our Festivus break. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, it's like our we had a Hanukkah break. You know.
Yeah.
Crazy nights. We spun our dreidels and we kind of lost track of time. Or work and weird schedules. Other than that, besides the fact we are back to talk about East Asian pop culture. I'm Petey Rave.
Hey, hello.
And this is King Kaz.
It's me.
How you doing, Kaz?
I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing. I'm trying to keep my microphone still. Stay. All right.
We're here gathered to talk about East Asian pop culture. You're on the road traveling.
On the road again. I don't think I can sing any more of the words. Yeah. We enter copyright. I'm visiting some friends in the place known as Indiana. Yeah. Having some fun. Probably going to go see Star Wars tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Might do that.
I might try to do it this weekend, but working. I'll have to be at work at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. And I'm gonna, because of a fucking home consult for my job, I'm gonna be there till 11 p.m.
Nice. Good shit. Ooh.
But you know what? That's the negative. Now we're gonna be the positive because we're talking about East Asian pop culture, talking about some fun stuff. We start off every episode talking about what's new, what's caught our attention. It's been about a minute. A lot of things have happened. A fair amount of things have happened. The first big kind of release, there's this guy in the Korean pop scene by the name of Psy.
Yeah,
I don't know if you're familiar.
I am.
He had a new release.
He did. He had a couple of them. Yeah.
Started off with I think most people will agree is what you would call the international one.
What you would say is the better of the two that got released.
Which is, well, I mean, depending on kind of your perspective, but yeah. His song Daddy, if I could
Daddy. Oh.
God damn it. What the hell are you doing?
There we go.
Fucking OBS. Forgetting where to fucking put the thing. Psy's Daddy.
Mm-hmm. Not his actual daddy. That's the name of the song. It's Psy. The song's called Daddy.
Yeah. This one is featuring CL of 21 and
CL of 21. Okay.
I know. They still got to keep up with that.
Keep up appearances. Yeah.
Featuring CL, and it's Psy back to form. I think for a lot of people that especially have been following him for a long time, this is definitely Psy true to form. Definitely his sound, and this is a quality release. Like, it is just fun. The song is great. It's super catchy. The dance is great. Like, you get the cameo appearances in the video. You know, you got Yoo-hee-yeol.
Gotta get those in there.
Yeah. Yoo-yeol in the beginning, Haji-won right there, as you can see, and a couple more, I believe. If I don't remember correctly.
There's a lot in here.
Yeah. But yeah, it is just a quality release. Like, how was your reaction to this track?
It had a lot of hype around it before I had even gotten around to it yet. So, I kind of anticipated to not like it as much as I ended up liking it with all the hype around it. I was just figuring it was going to end up being like, oh yeah, everybody's kind of hyped about the new sidetrack because everybody always gets hyped about the new sidetrack, and then it ends up being a little bit lackluster. But this one was right on point. I think this one was what we had been wanting since Gangnam Style.
Yeah, it has a lot of great things going for it. It has a lot of great humor. The dance is great. I do enjoy, for those that caught it, I do enjoy that one of the dances calls back to Morris Day and the Time. The the shuffle back and forth to left and right with the
Mm-hmm.
beat. A little bit of Morris Day and the time action going there, which I enjoyed quite a bit. Yeah, it's just a fun track, and it works so well, and the videos is just right on point. CL barely is in it. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's she does her job. It's weird that she gets a full featured credit and needs to be in this song and video for what she sings.
But we both understand why.
Yeah.
I mean, it's politics of it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to make sure CL is out there in the forefront of everything that is YG and everything that is K-pop, so that when they start trying to push her in America more, everybody's like, "Oh yeah, CL, yeah, the K-pop darling," because that's not what she is right now. So they have to make her that.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, well, I have this. I need a female vocal. It's like, Psy came in. It's like, I just need a female vocalist to kind of do this like one line. Just like, you get that body from. Just get one of the trainees or something. It's like, no. YG's like, no. Garcia. It's like, okay, sure. It's not much of a line, but
and give her a full feature credit. Like, wait, what?
Wait, what? All right, fine. Fine. I like her enough, I'll let her be in the video even, whatever.
But she's not even really in the video. She just she came, showed up for an hour, filmed her part, and then left.
Yeah. It's like even more of it's even more of a minor appearance than the Verbal Jinx in that Taeyeon song.
Yeah.
God damn it, I love that Morris Day at the time. But yeah, that's Daddy. And I'd say now we get the other release. I think people have kind of what's you almost rightly say that one was the international release. Is like for everybody. This one is more the domestic release, the actual song that has the Korean title, Napa Baji or Bell Bottoms. I actually, in some ways, really like this one, and a little bit even better than Daddy. Personally, at least I did.
Right.
It just has a lot of really going for it as far as the song structure, and how catchy it is. It's again another fun video, really well done. Has those sigh moments, fitting to the style of the song, and it's definitely the one for the domestic audience. This is for the Korean audience. Like this, Daddy was more for the international audience. It was at least like half English. And
half English. It's 75% English, and then there's some Korean words thrown in there, which is what Americans like.
And then, but this one is full on Korean, and it's just full on Korean. This one harkens to Tiara's classic anthem "Roly Poly" with the dance move, which is it nice and fitting, and it works really well, especially for kind of the disco style, which works for the bell bottoms. I like I said, I like this, and a couple other people have liked this a little bit better than Daddy. I know you're more on the Daddy side, but how did you feel about the song?
I mean, I still like this one. I wasn't saying like this one was bad. I just thought Daddy was the one that had more work put into it. Definitely, because like you said, that's the one for the wider audience, which this is kind of the one that you're like, people are gonna like this one, but Daddy's the one that's like, all right, we really gotta really lock this in and figure this one out. But then this one still has throws to things that the international audience will get, like the bit before what you're showing right now, where the nighttime TV shows and stuff, from him coming to America and doing the TV circuit for
all of this stuff. And we got the David Letterman lookalike there, kind of, except blonder. It's it's a fun stuff. It's good to see Psy true to form. Good to see Psy back on top, kind of.
My new favorite thing, though, as we like kind of grow in our K-pop fandom is seeing white people in K-pop videos and trying to figure out if they know what's going on.
Because it's like you gauge it, and it's like the level of knowing what's going on. It's like the baseline for knowing absolutely nothing of what's going on. Though he's not white, it's the black dude in that One Punch video. That's starting from there to I don't know where you would put it, but like probably the dude with the tattoos that was in the AOA video because he's on like Korean entertainment television all the time, so he knew absolutely what was going on. But
right.
I think there's your spectrum. It goes from the black dude in the One Punch video to that dude, and I think there's like the Robin guy, whoever was on non-summit, there's your spectrum.
Right, because then like and then I'll go over this when we get to my stuff in a minute, but there's just sometimes, especially when they go to other countries and film a video, and you just have like models in the video, and they're just kind of like, yeah, I'm here to look good, but I'm like, honey, you just know you're getting paid after this. That's all you know.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But speaking of getting into what your stuff, in your list, there's a couple songs I put in for you.
Yeah.
Even though you hadn't gotten a chance to check out before today, but there are a couple of cool songs. What's caught your attention? What did I talk about?
What you're making me talk about is if Zico can pronounce that word. That's the game we're playing today.
Yes.
Is if Zico can pronounce the name of his song.
Yes.
So the first one up is Eureka. Let's all take a moment and understand that it's pronounced Eureka.
Yes.
But this is a song featuring the great Zion T and Zico, which not a bad song. Not a bad song at all. A pretty good song. I wish it was maybe more Zion T and less Zico, but nonetheless, still a really good song. I enjoyed it. But like I said, I enjoyed the Zion T parts way more than the Zico parts. And then it also just took me out because he couldn't pronounce Eureka.
They had a really cool instrumental. I didn't mind Zico's parts. I love Zion T. Like, I think it worked well together. Homeboy can't pronounce Eureka. I don't understand this.
Eka.
I think it's a thing with this album or this like mixtape or this EP or whatever, because as we're going to talk about it soon. I will say I need to find out who that model is at the beginning. Like this is some information I need to know for research. I need to know who that girl that walked in. They zoomed in on her
on her tits. They did it. They zoomed in on her tits. Yeah. Just admit it. Let's not beat around the bush.
Yeah. And but I'm gonna need to know who she is. I'm gonna need to maybe find out her Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need that information. If somebody can get me that information, that would be wonderful. But yeah, this is a cool track, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I jammed out to it. It's the horns, the sax, the sexy sax.
Like you said, the instrumental is really good. Zion T is always a great person to have, on your track just to help back you up because he's just so good at what he does. His voice is just so beautiful. But I swear to God, the thing that took me out as soon as I got into the song was Urka. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what did you just say to me, Zico?
Are you okay? Zico, are you okay? Or are you having a seizure? You're okay. Do you need like a tongue depressor to bite down on? Are you okay? Yeah. But moving on to the next track. Speaking of
the next track,
pronouncing things.
Yeah. So this one is Veni Vidi Vici, by Zico, featuring DJ Wingun. Yeah, Weegun. I'll go with Weegun. It's somebody that hangs out with Zico, so it's Weegun. This song I kind of liked better than Eureka. And I like the style of the video. But this does take me into the
Yeah.
this is full of a bunch of, American and European models that probably have no idea who Zico is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something that IATFB Adenuki pointed out, that it's like the parts where it's like the girls sitting there looking hot, and like him like standing with them just kind of seemed out of place, when like so much of the rest of the video, where it's just him, the camera, and just good scenery.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes. I will wholeheartedly agree with that. Like these little parts right here, like him with his little Eminem t-shirt trying to look like hood, I love so much more. And him out in the desert and like all those things. If the video was just that, it would be such a plus for me. But then when you throw in that standard hip hop video with him in the styrofoam cup and the girls, like
There's grills in his mouth, like him just like walking with a purpose somewhere. That's cool.
Mhm.
Like you can see, it's just like him walking, like rapping, telling his story while he's it seems to have momentum and a purpose and like a drive to it. And then it's like, okay, now you're just being YOLO swag.
Yeah. And it just doesn't fit with like the sound of the song to have that scene in there, like because it's a really good song. I think I actually enjoyed it. I wanted to make fun of him for wearing the Kiss shirt and the Eminem shirt, but like
Yeah.
the song saved him from that. But the random girls for what seems no reason, just like automatically took me out more than the Kiss t-shirt did.
Yeah. I do like that something else that IOTFB pointed out, that it's he does a good job of like in the song pointing out, like telling the story of why he can ride the line between like two aspects of like his career, and like like it's not just bragging, but like he constructs it like, this is the
Mm-hmm.
path that I made in my career, and this is why I am who I am, and like this is the level I'm at. Like I didn't sign a bullshit contract just so I can get quick money for bling and bullshit. I
Mm-hmm.
constructed, I created my own career, I crafted my own path. It's really cool.
Yeah. That's why I said like the whole idea of the video being him walking with a purpose while telling this very well crafted story is so much better than the random YOLO swag that they throw in here that then just doesn't fit,
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't fit like with the overall appeal of the song to me. Like it takes me away from it. Like the song itself is really powerful and really good, but you had those random, as you called it, YOLO swag moments, and then I'm like, oh, all right, wait. Like, did you have a good director and you needed some more scenes, so you gave a camera to Jay Park and you were like, just give me whatever you got. Jay Park's like, all right, I got you. Hey,
It's like,
let's go. I'm gonna go hire some models. We're gonna get swagged up, and you're like, Jay Park, I don't think this fits with the rest of my video, and he's like, no, don't worry, I'm gonna make it fit. You're like, all right, yeah.
But last but
Yeah.
not least,
Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna say last but not least. This is. I should have put this first because this is really, really good, and this has made me love her so much more. Choa from AOA put out a song called Flame, and I thought it was gonna be kind of I thought it was gonna be blank girl from blank group put out a song, which we've gotten a lot of this year. Some good, some bad. But this one was really, really good. This one, I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed. Like I have heard people sing the praises of Choa and her actual singing ability outside of being in a K-pop group, which varies. like you have girls in K-pop groups who can sing, you have girls in K-pop groups who can't sing, and sometimes you end up with a weird mix.
I mean, which is understandable, because baseball teams, you have guys that can hit, guys who can catch, guys who can throw.
and guys who, for some reason, are there and you're not sure why they're there. They haven't had a good year in the last 3 years, but your team picked them up anyway, and you're like, why? You're just spending money now. I don't understand why you're spending.
Yeah.
But back to Choa. No, so this song is really, really good. I enjoyed the fuck out of this. She can sing.
This is a cool, like, and it's a remake too. It's a part of like a whole remake project that I saw. I'd seen it before, and it's like it's a song that originally came out like 2006 or something. That originally featured Gary rapping, but they kind of changed it to more of like having a melody rather than a rap, which is interesting.
Even the way it is now, thinking about Gary being on a song like this, like even if they kept that in, it would still fit so well because it's fucking Gary, and he's just good at whatever the fuck he does. Like he's just so genius.
But yeah, Cho is fantastic. Like her track on Primary's album is just. I mean, we talked about it when it came out, but like it's just fantastic. Like it's just a really like. Just again, it's this really cool song that's like this random like dub reggae song in the middle of this like chill hip hop producer record, but it just works so well, especially like with her voice. She just has an interesting, cool voice.
I definitely agree with that. She has her voice is just really, really good, and she's just and it's that thing that we talk about, right? So. Even in that realm of having good singers and not such great singers, you still can end up with good singer who's good at what we like to call verbal gymnastics, and you're like, oh, you can do good pitch changes and good this and good that, you know, and then you kind of have people who just kind of just straight up sing, and you're like, holy shit, like you were putting that song to work, you know. And both are good singers in right, but it depends on what track you put them on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depending on what track you put them on. And I think Choa works really well on these just sing the song. Because that's what you're good at kind of thing.
Yeah, I checked her out. I've been, I guess I can get into the I'll tie it into my what's new, kind of transition over. Because I didn't even think about this. I've checked out a couple episodes of UJ Suck's Cable project, the 2U project with Yoo Yeol, composer, member of Toy, Finding Sugar Man, which is interesting. It's what it is Yoo Yeol, UJ Suck, and like they assemble a team of producers, and they find like one-hit wonders, Korean one-hit wonders. And kind of, see if people remember the song. They bring them on, and they bring on artists to remake the song into kind of modern. They bring on like producers, like they've had like Filter on there, Black Eyed Pilsung, Sweet Tune. They've had, I think they've had Brave Brothers on there. They've had a couple producers, and they'll bring on one of them episodes had Cho on. And she was fantastic. Like she was, and like she had, she sang it so well with like the right tone and like having the right kind of a little bit of like grit in her voice for like the song, and it works well. I'd recommend people check out Finding Sugar Man if you can find the subs, or at least check out the performances. It's really cool. Jesse had a performance on there, girl Jesse, which goes back to this like. Her ridiculousness with not becoming a rapper aside, she's actually a pretty good singer. I mean, nobody gives a shit about her, which is why she decided to become a rapper, but she's actually a pretty good singer.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes. But yeah, Finding Sugar Man, check out that show. But yeah, Choa was fantastic on that. Other stuff that caught my attention. Speaking of Pretty Rap Star alumni, a couple of tracks. One by fantastic Cheetah.
Yes, I think we've sung the praises of Cheetah. I really like Cheetah.
Yeah, I like her persona and her personality. Like you can feel a genuine attitude that works really well from her. And you know where it comes from, like and I think that's true of both of the people I'm going to talk about. Like you can feel that attitude comes from a genuine chip on their shoulder. Like they got some beef to talk about. They got some shit to talk about. But yeah, Cheetah came out with Star Wars, and this is the short version. When they released a short version of the video, apparently this is J-pop now. I don't know what's going on, but it's a full 3 minute somewhat video. Song, but they only have like a 1.5 minute video. But okay. But yeah, it's Cheetah's Star Wars, and it's actually really rad, and it's seemingly very specific about certain people. Like maybe as somebody pointed out on Asian Joking, maybe certain underwater individuals. Some sort of underwater squad, maybe, or at least in general the trap copying, YOLO swag crowd, because she does a very good job at the beginning of the track, kind of copying that. It's just kind of like it then starts to just like destroy it afterwards, and kind of the imagery works really well. It just like seems very specific, and I like the tone of it. I like the attitude of it, like her the way she expressed it, and the way she expressed those those thoughts, and like the lyrics work so well, and and it just seemed like it was genuine. Like Cheetah has this kind of like this like feel to like how she emotes and expresses, and like how she looks, and like you see that calm anger. I don't know how to express it. It's just so
she like, this is the thing I respect about her, right? Like you can feel the, like, how we talked about or how I talked about some people in Korean hip hop, you feel the like you said, you feel it from them. You feel them being genuine. Like you feel them really, really, really being dedicated to the art form of hip hop, right? And there's very few people that we actually say we feel that about. And Cheetah is one of those people. I really feel that genuine love of hip hop from her. Like, and when you have that genuine feel to you, you're not scared to go at other people. You're not scared to make a reference to something that then will be interpreted as like you going at them, because you'll be like, you know what, I could go at them if I really wanted to. Like, I have no problem with it. Like, I'll go at them, and there's very few people you really get that from,
Yeah, it's just it works so well, and I'm looking forward to more of this. I think as much as I liked My Number, it was a fun track. It was not quite what I think Cheetah. It's not her strong suit. It's not where she would be best, fit. It was a fun track, but I think Cheetah, when she's on a track, just being honest, unmerciful about like either people or her life, or just in general, the great track on the freaking compilation. I think it's like called Coma. That just straight up is partly about her car accident that made it so that she decides, instead of being a singer, to be a rapper. Like, the big moment of her life is just you feel that genuine intensity, and I think when this is more true to form for her, and I'm looking forward to her doing more of this. And the whole visuals were fantastic too in the video. But speaking of people with a chip on their shoulder, the fantastic Yezi, the breakout star of Unpretty Rap Star 2, I think the person that really truly shined, without having to imitate a legendary rapper from another country, or from that's made a name in your country, and basically without being a fake ass bitch like Trudy. What I'm trying to say. Yezi released the official kind of pre-release track, the official kind of full version of her received track from her performances on Pre-Raps are Crazy Dog. This time with Sani kind of playing the hype man and then contributing a verse in the track.
Mm-hmm.
There's no music video, but there's a cool like cut on 1-K. It's kind of cool. I mean, it's censored, but okay, whatever. But it's there. You can watch the
Yeah.
rap. But either way, it's on music stores. It's on iTunes. You can get the full version of Crazy Dog. It's a cool track. It's a good track.
I didn't get to hear about this track because I kind of avoided on Pretty Rap Star too. But and which makes me sad now because this is a really good song and I'm really really enjoying Yezi. And then I'm enjoying her swag, as we'll call it, because she's just, I don't know, she's really cool and like she feels fun. Like her music feels really fun.
Yeah, like she's like there's like fun moments. Like the only things I've watched of Pretty Rap Star are been like maybe a couple of battles, and there's a battle between her and Sua, Moon Sua, one of the other contestants, where she does her thing. The other, Sua starts doing her thing. And let me actually pull it up. Starts her line, forgets her line, and is unable to continue. And as soon as like she falters and is unable to keep going, Yezi immediately gets right in her face, like, "Huh? What? Are you? What's going on? Are you okay? You forgot your lines? Like she doesn't say anything. She just gets in her face. Like she does her thing. Sua does her thing. Yezi does her thing. Annihilates her verbally. Does a fantastic job, kind of dressing her up and down, calling out her the YG basement because she's a YG trainee. She's intense, and then this is Sua gets in there, starts off, and then you can see her forget her looks, and Yezi right in her face, like, what's going on? It's like, yeah. This is amazing, and they put it on Reddit, and somebody, he put a subreddit that applies. Somebody linked, "Watch people die," or "Watch people die." This is like, she's just kind of, and it's just a fantastic moment. And Yezi was part of those fantastic moments. It was just so many cool things. It's all I really care about of Pretty Rap Star 2. So now I don't really ever need to watch the show because I got these couple of rap battles.
You know what? Now this is the reason that I like that Mnet puts all the clips on the internet. Yeah. Like for Show Me the Money, I was like, no, I want to watch it as the show goes. But for Pretty Rap Star, I'm like, oh, thank you. You gave me all the pieces that I cared about because I don't want to watch your actual show. Yeah. Thank you, thank you, Mnet. Thank you.
Yeah, it's also available with English subs. I should put it in the show notes. I'll do that. But yeah, another track. Speaking of, again, more I just realized Pretty Rap Star 2. I forget that she was a part of it, but Hyorin, who I mostly know, obviously being Sis Star, but she was also on Pretty Rap Star 2, which is still crazy and doesn't make sense. Hyorin with greatest guest rapper of all time, or greatest guest singer in hip hop of all time, Bumkey, along with Ju Young, also the Starship, all the roster, with the track "Love Line," and this is a really cool track. Like this is the vocal strength of all of these three people. This is something, like the vocal smoothness, but without ever getting boring in any way. It's just really cool, like smooth track, but that still had an energy to it. And it's just a good rhythm to it, good R&B feel to it. Uh, it's just a really cool track. What do you think, Kaz?
I know I really enjoyed it. Like I didn't know it was going to be. I don't know. I didn't know it was going to be that well put together. So I really enjoyed the fuck out of it. Like, and I love Bumkey especially. I really, really, really like.
Yeah.
He's just his fucking vocals are so smooth and so just silky and enjoyable. And but it just overall, like you said, like these three people together on one track, just it was really, really fun and enjoyable just to listen to. This is like my nice little now chill song. Like, oh man, I need to chill out. I'm gonna put this on in the background.
Yeah, so cool. And Hyorin is fantastic. She's gorgeous and she sings so fantastically. Like, she just has a really good voice. Like, I just like I want to hear her do more like solo stuff. Maybe like I know she had a couple of solo releases and they're okay, but I think if she does like a solo album that's more of like this, like smooth, like where her vocals are the strength and what carries it, it would be fantastic. Yeah, Yorin, Bumpy. Glad he's free. My boy, innocent till proven guilty.
Yep.
Stand by, Bumpy. Get your back. Yeah, Starship doing some good things. Yeah, that's pretty much all to say about that track. Lastly, just to kind of bring the last track. Speaking of fantastic and fantastically funny veterans of the Korean music scene, I couldn't let this song go by. We talked earlier about the man behind Gangnam Style. Now we're talking about the group behind Itaewon Freedom. Yes, talk about UV and their new track Chogegui, or Grilled Shellfish. This is, or roasted clam, as it translates on there. This is a fun song and fun video. I have yet to find the lyrics, but I'm sure they're fantastically funny. I know at some point he basically just says, "Ajuma, roasted clam and a bottle of soju, please," and that's one of the lyrics. I know that. No, there's that little bit of Korean, but it's like you know that these funny moments are here. You know, like the funny video, and you know that the lyrics are going to be silly. But at the end of the day, it's a really well made song.
Yeah,
and the melody is good, and they sing really good. And like, I don't know, what did you think, Kath?
So I went into it and I kind of watched it. And I was like, it's just a kind of a silly video. And then I went back and I legit listened to it, and I wasn't looking at it, and I was like, holy shit, this is just like a straight up, just like nice little ballad track. Like, you know, because like once I wasn't like looking at it and paying attention to like the little funny bits, and like once again having these probably Russian models in here who are just like like what's going on? But we're getting paid, right? Like, you know, once I got past that part, I was just like, oh, you know what? Like, this is just a really well sung fucking ballad song. Like, holy shit. Like I'm really enjoying this.
Yeah, this is really well done. And UV has always been fantastic. Like they're talented musicians. I mean, especially Musi, who he's a fantastic DJ and musician, and they're good at what they do. I'm trying to find. All right, I can't find it. I mean, there's articles, but yeah.
Also, now I want seafood.
Some oysters and clams.
Yeah.
Good. And now what we want to do, because that's going to be part of when again the plan when the both of us go to Korea. That's part of the plan. We're going to go to a cart bar where they sell seafood. We're going to have like seafood and soju out in the open. in September, so it's probably going to be. Oh no, it's probably if we do it like September, it's not going to be cold. It's probably not going to be too hot.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. But it'll be a beautiful moment. We'll have some seafood. We'll have some soju. The night sky. Just hanging out. With the Ajuma, just going Ajuma, soju. That being said, UV, fantastic track. That is the end of what's new for us, what caught our attention these past couple of weeks. We're going to transition over to our headlines now. So
I don't know where they are. I'm not in my normal studio.
They're there.
Here. I don't know.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, over to our
headlines.
Where we talk about some topical topics and things that are going on in the world of East Asian pop culture.
Yeah. What we got this week?
All right. So we got a text message. Remember Black Nut's 100?
Yes. One of my favorite songs by Black Nut.
One of our favorite songs. Spoiler alert. If you haven't checked out the song, because I kind of want people to be surprised of why the song is called 100. Spoiler alert. Go check it out before you continue to listen to the rest of this.
And it's a really good song. I brought the show on the song a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Like a month or so.
A
Yeah.
couple, like a year or so.
Yeah, it came out a few years ago or whatever, and I brought it up because we were in the process of talking about "Show Me the Money," and it was one of the songs that Black Nut is really, really famous for, which is 100. So,
for those that don't know, 100, it's called 100 because after telling Genius No Chang to shut up because he doesn't need a hook on his song, he proceeds to say Black Nut versus, and then he lists 100. Notable names in the world, in Korean hip hop, various levels of notoriety. Now, if you listen to the song just now or before, you will know that in that list, he makes a point of saying, "I'll exclude DOC because they know how to street fight." And it's a random line. We were talking about DJ DOC, the group.
Yeah.
I wondered, okay, that's okay. But now we find out DJ DLC's Kim Chang-hyul maybe showed why Black Nut avoided dissing him. Damn, I'm gonna have to fix another thing. But DJ DOC, of course, is a group well known in Korean music history, in the world of Korean music. Long-time veteran, it's been around for a while in, hip-hop. Black Nut's now famous 100 diss track where he calls out basically every semi-relevant rapper. He makes a point of avoiding dissing DJ DOC because they're street fighters. Well, it's never been more appropriate than now as DJ DOC's Kim Chang-hyul is accused of beating an artist under his company, ENT 102, and stealing his wages. On December 1st, it was reported by a news outlet that, according to a Seoul Kwangjin police station report, someone by the name of Kim, age 21, from entertainment agency A, said, "I was slapped across the face several times by Kim Chang-hyul, and my salary was stolen by him." According to the report, back in November 2012 at a Korean barbecue place, Kim Chang-hyul told Kim, "You have celebrity disease," and slapped him several times along with abusive language. He also took the bank book and bank cards owned by 3 of the former Wonder Boys members. He stored it for himself. During the span of 3 months, he took 30 million won, or 25 grand. For his part, Kim Chang-hyul and ENT 102 are denying everything. His company's side told the news outlet, "We can guess as to why this kind of news came out, but assault does not make any sense. We will continue with this through the law."
All right, so But before you go into more of this, right? I want to say they did the right thing. They came out. Well, not the right thing. They did the media thing. You get ahead of it and you deny it, right? So you have these things come out about you, deny it, right? But the thing they said was, we kind of know why this news came out, but assault, that makes no sense. Like, the robbery part, yeah, no, we stole their money.
Like, okay.
Like,
what?
Like, the way the wording of that is so weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would assume they would say, like, that is not conducive to how our relationship with our artist is, or they would say something like, you know, like, these are really falsified accusations by people who don't understand how the Korean entertainment music industry works. You know, like any of these other things that every other Korean music entertainment industry has said, you would think they would just follow that script. No, they say assault. No, like, I didn't assault them. I mean, like, I hit them, but that's not assault. You're like, no, that's the clear definition of assault. You're like, what? Yeah. Oh, wait, what? Really? Oh, okay, then I assaulted them, yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like, if you watch enough TV shows and watch enough movies, you realize maybe the occasional slap is a little bit more accepted situations. But now, we're fighting back. I mean, there's speculations that it's a specific member of Wonder Boys, the group that disbanded earlier this year. I mean, there's not much to it. Obviously, this is all allegations. These are all accusations. No, we don't know anything as fact. Innocent till proven guilty. But really, what matters is maybe Black Nut was onto something. Black Nut is the true genius of Korean hip hop. I mean, he's right on the ball, and we're glad to have him. Yes.
Yeah. No, I like. It does make it funnier because of the Black Knot line of saying, like, I ain't gonna mess with them because they know how to street fight. Like, and I mean, like, a lot of the things Black Knot says in that song are just so on point. It is such a well crafted fucking diss record. Like, even though he is, it's essentially overboard, yeah. But even in its overboardness of saying I'm going at 100 rappers, he even takes this moment of saying other people that are then not those 100 rappers, like the DJ DLC like line. It's still in essentially kind of a diss, and then it's a diss to the other people that he doesn't mention. Like, you have these 100 people that he specifically mentions, but then, like, it's so fucking genius. It's so genius.
I also loved on one of the comments, because one of the lines is that he says 100% of Korean rappers are, fake as hell and dumb, and he says 100% of Korean rappers this, that, and the other thing. And somebody in the comments says, like, if you talk about 100% of rappers, doesn't he mean himself? Doesn't he mean 99.something%? It's like, no, actually, Black Nut, I'm pretty sure he included himself. Like, he'll diss himself. Like, he'll straight up call himself a pussy. Like, he'll diss himself, and that's part of, like, the whole thing, and it just works so well.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, because it brings you right to the end of the song where he's then like, "No, I'm joking. Stop. No, like, stop playing." Just kidding.
I didn't mean it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just jokes.
Sure.
But yes. That being said, moving on to the next headline. This is a mundane headline, but there's a lot of backstory to it. Oh My Girl was actually turned away for lying to customs about their trip. There was a big.
So I even brought this up. Yeah, I even brought this up on the weekend podcast, EKG Welp, because it was just. So at that moment when I brought it up, it was still a lot of, like, weirdness as to actually why they were turned away. And it went into a few different stretches of rumors and just weird hearsay.
Yeah, so Oh My Girl is a group, I believe, under WM Entertainment, same as B1A4 or Balasa, as some people like to call them, like me. We got a report of them being detained for 10 hours in customs, and then like some other report of them being detained for 15 hours before they get to go home. Then there was like mixed reports on like why. And then at some point, there was accusations that maybe they were being detained because they thought they were sex workers.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, but now we get to this part. There was a lot of going back and forth and a lot of weirdness. We'll get to this part. American government officials clarified over the weekend that Oh My Girl was not detained at customs, nor were they ever suspected of being sex workers. Rather, the group just raised suspicions about the purpose of their trip with their costumes, and thus it was revealed that they didn't have the right visas.
Right.
The K-pop group was turned away at LAX this week, was denied entry because the members lied about the purpose of their trip, not because they were mistaken for sex workers as the performers have claimed, but the agency claimed that.
So,
not to say that. As an official with the U.S. Customs and Border Protection who asked his name not be used because he was not authorized to discuss the matter, said the 8-member girl group lied to customs officials and said they were traveling to the U.S. as tourists rather than for work. Officials denied them entry when it became clear from the contents of the luggage that they were here to perform but did not have the required P1 performance visa. As somebody pointed out, basically, instead of paying the $160 visa, they wanted to pay the $130 visa, and they got denied entry to the country because they wanted to save $30 a head.
So, PD, of all the things, right now, let's say you're some middleman manager at a Korean entertainment industry. You're working in the Korean entertainment industry. You're put in charge of this group who is in charge of these girls, and they tell you, hey, cut costs where you can. And you're like, all right, I got to get them into America to do a couple of photo shoots and a couple of performances, but they didn't give me enough for the proper visas. What is the lie you would then craft in your head to try to get 6 girls and stylists and a bunch of costumes and through American customs? Because then I'll tell you the actual lie they came up with.
I don't know. Like you would say, we're here for a convention. I don't know if they know what conventions are, and they're cosplayers. We're all friends. We all cosplay together.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. You want to know the one that they actually came up with?
Yeah.
That they were sisters.
Oh, yeah.
And that they were there for a family thing.
Yeah. Which, okay, so part of it was that, and I think part of it is simply that they were keeping up the K-pop there was a little even confusion about that. Like they were keeping up the K-pop kayfabe of the groups are families, and they're, there's Unis and Dumsings, and there's sisters, and the agency is your extended family, and we're all in this together,
right?
Instead of just all being employees and working. It's the business relationship.
Because the other reason they got caught, which was because they actually used the girls' paperwork, and in going through the paperwork, the customs people were like, well, they all have different surnames. So what weird family is this with girls with different age ranges that you're saying are related and all have different surnames? And sequence costumes.
It's like, yeah. And then the whole being detained for a certain amount of time, it wasn't true either, because they were basically the 15 hours, but basically they show up, get denied, and then have to wait 15 hours for the next flight back to Korea. This is basically what it
was. Which the other thing is, there's also a rumor going around that the management are the people who put out the rumor about them being detained for being sex workers to try to get some kind of the feel bad for us kind of thing.
Yeah.
which I would not put past the Korean entertainment industry at this point.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like the journey you go through as a K-pop fan is like it's like first trepidatious, cautious, uh, interest or cautious curiosity. It's like, oh, what is this? Okay, this is interesting. Who's going on here? And then you get to a stage where you start to think, wow, there's a lot of really talented people doing stuff over here. And they're all pretty smart about what they do. They do business. I mean, there's some questionable practices, but they're all pretty smart. And then you get to the next stage where you realize, oh, wait, no, this entire industry is run by idiots.
Yeah.
It's like,
yep.
I mean, just like any other music industry, really. But yeah, like, really, if you boil down to it. But it's one of those things like, oh yeah, just like every other music industry, it's mostly run by idiots. We're just looking at the money, like any other country.
You're just like us.
Yes, exactly. It's dumb and it's hilarious. It's not like it's not like they don't. I mean, you think that they weren't an agency that didn't actively have a group that they regularly took overseas for purposes like this.
Mm-hmm.
They have B1A4. Like, it's not their first rodeo.
No.
They literally, I can point you to the exact music video that they recorded in LA.
Look, man, they're like, look, man, we already paid that cost once. I don't want to pay it again. Like, come on, just give me the regular visa. It's $30 cheaper. And in the span, it's all of $30. $30.
I mean, understandably, it's $30 a head.
Yes, it's $30. It's $30 per person. But it's $30.
Yeah.
Like,
oh wow. Speaking of a lot of girls, this is an interesting article. No. AKB48 failed to sell 1 million in a week. Bring back the popular members. So this is an interesting thing. Like, this is just an interesting perspective to have. So AKB48's streak of selling 1 million copies of their single in the first week of its release was recently broken for the first time since mid-2011. That, of course, is unacceptable, especially with Nogisaka 46, under the same label, gaining momentum and breathing down their neck. So AKB48 recently announced that former members Maeda Atsuko, Oshima Yuko, Shinoda Mariko, Itano Tomomi, and soon to be graduating Takahashi Minami will be returning for the next single. March 9th, AKB48 will release their yet to be titled 43rd single. Today, the group held this year's edition of their annual event, AKB48 Kohaku Utagassen, at Tokyo Dome City Hall. A special announcement was made at this event regarding to their upcoming single. It was announced that former members Atsuko, the ladies I mentioned before, will be returning for the group for the new single. Soon to graduate member Minami Takahashi will also be participating in the single, even though the group's single, which was released last week, Kuchibiru ni Be My Baby, was dubbed her graduation single. 100% not desperate. Nope.
Can I say, hold on, all right, so let's go into this, right? Like let's dig into this.
This is like when Vince McMahon brought back the NWO.
Right. So these girls on this list, right? These girls on this list are the reason I fell in love with AKB48. Very specifically, that group of girls.
They're like your Attitude Era.
Yes. Yes, like those are like, when, like, say you got like a like anything and you shift people, Saturday Night Live maybe, right? Yeah. And then you start to get that new cast and you're like, man, when Eddie Murphy was there, or like you start being that guy, right? And like as soon as Atsuko left initially because she was always the lead. I was like, oh man, bro, I don't know, man. And then one by one, everybody else left. And then, as soon as Oshima Yuko left, that's when I threw my hands in the air and I was like, I'm done. All right,
on the
later.
show too. Like we announced. I announced it to you on the show, or you probably saw it earlier, and it's like, oh. Devastation was. Go back and watch those. One of those. Well, not watch because it was just audio only back then. But go back and listen to his Devastation early on Hallyujuku, them early episodes.
But then a couple weeks ago, we did talk about Takahashi finally being the last person of that original crew to walk away. She was like, I'm done, putting it down. I'm out of the game. And now it's just like, as soon as I step out, they pull me back in. Because I told you, there's no way she's gonna be gone. She can't walk away from it. And you were like, I don't know. It seems like it's finalized. Vindication. Sweet vindication. They couldn't let her go so much. The whirlwind of not letting her go brought other people back. Like, it's just like, no, we can't let you go so much that we're gonna send out more hooks and pull more people back.
Yeah, this is fascinating. I love the last paragraph is like you would say. I mean, normally I wouldn't read a ton into it, but the timing of this seems to suggest that even the management sees the bubble's mortality now, and pulling out all the stops is pretty hilarious. Clawing to stay on the cliff. Yes. It is. I mean, it's hard to say, like, you didn't sell 1 million records in 1 week. Desperate times.
Yeah.
On anything. It's like, but then you realize, oh, that's the curve that we're talking about with AKB48. Like, it's like that's the possibly the early bell, the early warning signs for them. Maybe. Just maybe.
Right. And they're not a wait and see kind of management place. They're just like, well, I'm sorry, but we didn't meet our quota. All right, we'll fire everyone and bring back all the other girls. demote them, which they will do. Like if you bring back this core group and they do what is expected of them, everyone else will get demoted.
Yeah.
Like, and it is serious when you get demoted. Yeah. It is serious.
What if it doesn't succeed? Maybe. Just maybe. It's getting a little stale. Just saying.
I mean, it's created its own subculture where it's gotten to the point where, like, people who are fans of the other subgroups are like starting to push like, oh, this subgroup should really be the main group and AKB should now be a sub, like it's created its own fucking thing that is it's a dragon that is now devouring itself.
Snake eating its own tail, or dragon eating its own tail. Yeah. We'll have to see.
Yep.
I'll have to wait and see. But speaking of big, gigantic presences in the J-pop scene. The last headline is the year-end Arashi concert about to go high-tech with facial recognition for attendees. Rumors are flying around that the Japanese internet that facial recognition technology may be introduced at least partially at the Arashi concerts being held later this month. Getting your hands on a highly coveted concert ticket is difficult in any country, and Japan is no exception. I can get some concerts for you. You just have to pay a lot. Now, word is that Johnny and Associates, an entertainment company behind some of the most successful events in Japan, including Arashi and SMAP, may be using some form of facial recognition for the Arashi Live Tour 2015. Just hold on, we'll find out why they think that. Japanism concerts taking place at the Tokyo Dome on December 23rd, 24th, 26th, and 27th, as fans entering the draw to purchase additional seats that have been made newly available will apparently be required to submit a photo of themselves. Because of the group's enormous popularity, it's become common practice for Arashi concerts organizers to open up what would normally be equipment space to make additional suites available. But apparently, and just kind of summarize, the basically you're going to have to put in your photos, and people are speculating that they're going to use facial recognition for some reason.
Which like, yes, you could go the crazy technology route, or you could just do the straight up, this is your ticket. All right. Are you in the system? Let me see your ID. Looks the same. All right, come on. Because that's facial recognition too.
Yes. The whole. Yep, that's you. probably be more along that lines, but it's fun to speculate.
It's fun to speculate, yes, but it'll probably be more along the. Oh yeah, no, you're in here. Okay, have fun. Next.
You could, maybe there's retinal scans. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? We're wildly speculating they'll do DNA testing.
Yeah.
They'll what else? They'll have the body scanners like it's the airport, and you just step in and you're like, you're allowed to be in this concert.
Yeah. I'm okay if they end up pricking your finger, as long as they don't finger your prick. Just the key right there. With that being said, I don't know. It's just fascinating. This is a big, this is the interesting aspect of all this. It's cool that they do open up these extra seats, and it's really cool. Like the fact that it's like, all right, everybody wants to be at these concerts. All right, let's move some things around. Just have some space. I like that. But yeah, it's like the fun speculation that the people come out with off of the most basic stuff.
Yeah.
Tokyo Dome. You know who else is playing the Tokyo Dome next year? Fucking Baby Metal.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that. I'm so excited for that.
AKB did the Tokyo Dome 2 years ago, I'm going to say. Yeah. It sold it out pretty well. But according to the people behind it, not good enough.
Not good enough. Yes.
Gotta make that Yakuza money. I mean entertainment money.
Yeah. It's not. No, the entertainment industry is a clean place. Clean, honest living. Girl groups are just innocent girls who like to dance and sing for the joy of their own family and fans.
Yep.
They're not at all sexual objects or at all. No. Not at all.
Not funding the Japanese mafia. Not even a little bit. Not like, I don't even know why I brought that up. It's not even a thing.
Wow, it just kind of popped out. We're not saying anything.
Weird speculation. It's like the facial recognition thing. I'm just speculating. Doesn't mean anything.
Just jokes. Yes. That's the final headline. That brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. A little weird episode, but we're back. We're all loopy. We're all tired. We're still recovering.
Yeah.
At least I know I am.
Yeah. Still in the midst of it.
Yes. But yeah, Kaz, what do you got going on?
If people want to go check something out, and I would love for them to go check something out, it would be sportsoddsandsends.com, the new sports podcast by me and the great JVZ. You can go to the website, sportsoddsandsends.com, and check out all the episodes that we have up so far. Had our first guest episode with the fun Drew from Record Breakers, and one DJM, where we asked them about their respective football teams and why they're so bad.
Yes.
So we talked about the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions,
who I believe are both eliminated from playoff contention.
Yeah.
As well as the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah. So we went through the history of those two teams as well as football and some other cool things. That show will be up relatively later this week, but there's some good episodes up there with just me and JVZ talking about the weirdness of sports. It's not your traditional sports radio because we talk a little bit of everything and we talk the odds and ends of sports.
So go check that out. Of course, I'm doing also the things at PD Rave. Keep an eye out for record breakers. Keep an eye out for now that DJM is back and settled for the return of Fanny Pack. Just got to get started, get that ball rolling, get some things planned. So look forward to that. I know I am, as you can see by my T-shirt. I've got the wrestling mood. Yeah, look out for that. PD Rave, King Kaz, shows Hallyujuku, kpoppodcast.com, Rebelli TV on YouTube, Rebelli.net for this and other shows. Like, subscribe, share. We're like this close to 100 subscribers on YouTube. I kind of want that as like my goal, at least for this year. 100 subscribers. That would be awesome if I could end the year with 100 subscribers on YouTube. So let people know. If you're already a subscriber, let other people know that you can subscribe on YouTube. Maybe, seeing that will kind of get the ball rolling for me to decide, hey, let's put some more content out there other than just episodes.
Yeah.
So do the thing. Go check it out. That's it for us. Until next time. Hasta los huevos. I should have started this song sooner.
Yeah. But it's fine. We're still working it. We're getting back into it. The bike's a little bit wobbly. We'll fall, but we'll get back up.
Well, didn't I tell you? Don't you know?
I do know.
Give it to me straight, Doctor. Give it to me straight, Doctor. Why, I think you're crazy. Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.